Welcome to our latest Wandering Walks of Wonder walking tour. Today we're headed to West Branch, Iowa. Established in 1869 by Joseph Steer and incorporated in 1875, West Branch owes its name to the West Branch Quakers who settled here from Ohio. Situated along the west branch of the Wapasonic Creek, the city's main street is a key part of the West Branch Commercial Historic District. During the pre-Civil War era, West Branch and its surroundings served as stops on the Underground Railroad. Notably, abolitionist John Brown lodged at the Maxon Farm and James Townsend Inn, the Travelers' Rest, in 1856. The city experienced significant growth with the construction of the Burlington, Cedar Rapids, and Northern Railway. But West Branch gained prominence as the birthplace of President Herbert Hoover in 1874. We will take a look at the Herbert Hoover National Historic Site a little bit later on here in the video. The first part of our walking tour takes us through the West Branch Commercial Historic District, the downtown area of West Branch. This district is highlighted by 16 buildings that showcase the city's transformation into a prominent commercial hub, a shift that occurred sometime around the early 1900s. During this time, many wooden storefronts were replaced with more elaborate commercial block buildings that we see today. The district's oldest structure, which is the Grinnell Building at 112 West Main Street, may date back as far as 1869. Soon after its construction, Nate Crook opened a restaurant and barber shop at 102 West Main, later expanding the building into a hotel. The West Branch Bank Building began operations in 1875 before relocating across the street 3 years later. The 1890s marked a significant period of growth for the district with the construction of notable buildings such as the Union Building, Citizens Saving Bank, Grewell and Crew General Store, Patterson Leach Building, and the Rich and Bailey buildings. The next part of our tour here in West Branch takes us through the Herbert Hoover National Historic Site, which is a unit of the National Park Service that is dedicated to honoring the life and legacy of Herbert Hoover, the 31st President of the United States. The site itself was established in 1965. Herbert Hoover spent the first 11 years of his life in West Branch. Born in a small cottage in 1874, he was the son of a blacksmith who worked near the town. The family later moved to what was called the House of the Maples, a two-story home nearby. Following the death of his parents, Hoover was orphaned and moved to Oregon to live with relatives. Despite these early challenges, he became a successful mining engineer, humanitarian, and President of the United States. This small cottage that we see in front of us was the birthplace and birth home of Herbert Hoover. The cottage where Hoover was born became a tourist attraction after his 1928 presidential nomination. The Hoover family acquired the property in the 1930s and began developing a park to preserve the setting of his earlier years. We're now walking along Downey Street, which is part of the National Historic District, and these homes that we see along the way hold special significance in the life of Herbert Hoover. For instance, the Laban Mills house shows the significance that Hoover had with the Miles family. Laban Miles, who was a brother-in-law of Huda Hoover, who was Herbert Hoover's mother, served as an Indian agent under President Rutherford B. Hayes. In 1882, young Herbert Hoover briefly lived with the Miles family on the Osage Nation reservation while arrangements for his upbringing were finalized once he became an orphan. Also, we see the Amanda Garvin House, which is a great example of a Gothic revival style type of architecture. And another prominent structure is the Charles E. Smith House, which was relocated to the site in 1969. Built in 1903, after Hoover had left West Branch, the house was chosen to be here at this site based on its Queen Anne style of architecture. Charles E. Smith's sister was married to Dr. L. J. Leach, who lived on Downey Street after purchasing the Miles's family foreclosed home in 1884. Another house that we see along the way is the Hannah Varney House, which was built in 1899 after Varney's divorce. It was home to her and her daughters Cora and Claire until 1915. And then finally, we have the P.T. Smith House, which is especially significant as the only West Branch home Herbert Hoover distinctly remembers during his later visits to town. Hoover fondly recalled playing with the Smith children, often sledding together on nearby Cook's Hill. Ahead of us is a replica of the blacksmith shop that was once owned by Jesse Hoover, who was the father of President Herbert Hoover from 1871 to 1878. This building was constructed in 1957 from barn boards that date back to the Hoovers' time period while they lived in West Branch. Was actually built on the same plot of ground as the original blacksmith building and designed from family sketches of the shop. Next door, and what we're walking through right now, is a schoolhouse building. The early settlers of West Branch had a strong regard for education, and in 1853 they built this school. It was used not only as a school, but as a place of worship for the members of the Society of Friends, or what's commonly referred to as the Quakers. Originally, the building housed all of the West Branch students, but by the time Herbert Hoover's older brother Theodore was registered here, enrollment had increased and it was only used as a classroom for the primary students. Increasing membership in the Society of Friends also required building a much larger meeting house in 1857. The Hoover family attended services at this meeting house that was built in 1857 by the Religious Society of Friends, or what is commonly known as the Quakers. Quaker worship was characterized by simplicity with no paid ministers, music, symbols, or sacraments. Services consisted of silent meditation as attendees sought what was called the inward light. Anyone moved by a spiritual insight could rise and address the congregation. Herbert Hoover's mother, Huldah, was a recorded minister who was recognized for delivering very much inspired messages and frequently spoke during meetings. She was also actively involved in temperance and other social causes. The principles of the Quaker faith, as exemplified by his parents and the surrounding community, profoundly influenced Herbert Hoover's life. The emphasis on education, a strong work ethic, helping those in need, and the belief in the equality of all people became cornerstones of his character and guided his future endeavors as an engineer, a humanitarian, as well as President of the United States. Our final stop here on our tour of West Branch is right in front of this large statue of the Egyptian deity Isis, which was a gift to Herbert Hoover from the people of Belgium, expressing their gratitude for his efforts in providing famine relief during World War I. The statue was sculpted by Belgian artist Auguste Pootmans, and this statue originally adorned Hoover's home in Palo Alto, California. But in 1939, the Hoovers relocated the statue here to West Branch, where it was positioned to contemplate the house where Hoover was born, symbolizing a connection between his humanitarian legacy and his humble beginnings. I hope you've enjoyed this Wandering Walks of Wonder tour here in West Branch, Iowa. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and we will see you on our next Wandering Walks of Wonder adventure. Take care now. Bye-bye.